Hey, this is Jeff, and today I'm going to complete the Tenpenny Tower quest with a clear conscience. I mentioned way back in my playthrough of Quo Vadis that this is one of the quests I hadn't finished because I don't like either ending, but today I have a few new tricks up my sleeve. I'm using the same Lone Wanderer Jeff character I used for the Quo Vadis walkthrough, but I loaded a much older save file, because in that series I already locked myself out of some of the things I need to do to get the best ending for this quest. So, what's this commotion in front of Tenpenny Tower?
You can tell Tenpenny he can kiss my ass. We've got plenty of bottle caps. Let me in, goddammit.
How many times do we have to go through this? You're not getting in. For the last time, no zombies allowed.
Can't you tell the difference between me and a feral? Fine. I'll show you the goddamn difference. Just you wait. You'll get yours, all of you.
Okay.
For the last time, get your rotten, ugly, goddamn ghoul ass off Mr. Tenpenny's private property.
Do you kiss your mother with that mouth?
What? Oh. Sorry about that. I thought you were one of those damn ghouls looking for a handout. Welcome to Tenpenny Tower. Don't do anything stupid. How's 500 bottle caps sound? Payable upon termination of that damn ghoul, Roy Phillips, and all his followers. They've holed up in the nearby metro tunnels. They're living with packs of feral ghouls. Be careful. Roy seems damn close to turning zombie himself.
All right, I have to go now.
Watch your back, and don't trust that Roy Phillips for a second.
And that starts the Tenpenny Tower quest. One way to complete it is to just do what Gustavo tells you, kill Roy Phillips and his followers. If you're playing an evil character, committing an unspeakable hate crime might be right up your alley. But for me, that's a non-starter, so let's talk to Roy.
What do you want?
Gustavo hired me to kill you.
Is that so? He isn't man enough to do it himself? Sends a boy to do his dirty work. You think you got what it takes?
Relax. It's just a warning, not a threat. I'm not going to kill you.
Tenpenny and his pack of elitist wannabes are in for a real treat soon enough. They can't keep us out of that tower forever. I already got a plan. They think I'm a monster? I'll show them the real monsters. We'll unleash our feral brethren on them. All those bigoted sons of bitches will get torn apart. Trouble is getting past the damn subway access door. I'll gather up a horde of ferals and wait for you by that escape door. You find a way to get it open, and then we'll sit back and enjoy the show.
And now we should get an alternate objective, kill Roy and his followers, or help them get into the tower. But maybe I should talk to Tenpenny. There may be a peaceful solution.
Try it if you like. Go talk to Tenpenny. Ask him if he wants us living there. It won't work, so when you fail, we can do it my way.
All right, I have to go now.
Hurry up. Those bigots got big comeuppance waiting for them. I mean to give it to them soon. Now get.
Now, Roy obviously isn't all rainbows and unicorns either. But Bessie Lynn and Michael are really cool people. And even if they were jerks, I wouldn't kill them just for being ghouls. On the other hand, Lone Wanderer Jeff has been known to kill people just for being jerks, regardless of ethnicity, species, or any other factors. Just for the record, there is a seemingly non-violent third option, which was hinted at by Roy's last bit of dialogue. You can convince some of the tower residents to coexist with their ghoul neighbors, and then they'll petition Tenpenny to let the ghouls in. Despite his abject bigotry, being rich and powerful is even more important to him, and he knows the best way to ensure that is by keeping his upscale tenants happy. But, well, I shouldn't have to give a spoiler warning for a 10-year-old game, but let's just say the unintended consequences of doing that are extremely unpleasant, including the death of several characters whose blood I wouldn't want on my hands. Speaking of which, let's get the bad news out of the way first.
Let me ask you, you ever met a ghoul before?
Sure, I've met some ghouls. They're just people trying to get by.
Ah, You've already learned some wisdom in your youth. Congratulations.
Do you know anything about the basement and emergency tunnels?
Aha! So you've been exploring the tower. Well done. Let's just say that Gustavo's not the only one with a key for the generator room. Have you noticed how he turns a delightful shade of purple when he's angry? Well, kid, there are 2 keys floating around. Which one do you think you can nab without getting caught? Good luck.
The bad news is, the only ending where Dashwood lives is if you obey Gustavo and kill Roy and his followers. But Dashwood had a long, fulfilling career as an adventurer. He doesn't really like his neighbors or the safe, domesticated life in this elitist fortress. And if you poke around north of Girdershade, you can discover he got his best friend killed, who also happened to be a ghoul, and he's devastated by that. So if the only collateral damage from this quest is a guy who might find some peace in death, we're going to have to live with that. I don't want to play games. Can I just please borrow the key?
Bah! I thought you were more interesting than that. Fine. But you better not get caught with that.
There are some people we can save, though, including a few who can be convinced to let the ghouls move in if you take that route. Like I said, I'm not using that option, but those are the people who are worth saving before Roy starts his massacre. Susan Lancaster is the town prostitute.
Not a good idea.
And while she's kind of a snob, I don't want her to die. She sleeps with a different guy every night, but they don't usually come to her room. Well, at least Dashwood's gonna go out on top. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Anyway, to save Susan, we need to talk to the slavers at Paradise Falls, which I know is out of left field, but bear with me.
Hold it right there. Nobody's allowed into Paradise Falls except on slaver business. And I get to decide what qualifies as slaver business.
You want a frickin' resume? Just tell me what to do, asshole.
You might fit in after all. Eulogy's got a special contract out on a few VIPs. I'm too damn busy, or I'd go get them myself. You take this measure, shoot it at some poor schmuck. While he's in La La Land, you slip one of these collars over his head. Be careful with that collar. It'll explode if you tinker with it. Tell the slave to boot it over here pronto, or his head'll pop. Susan Lancaster lives at Tenpenny Tower. She was one of us. Let's just say she never paid the exit price.
Mezzing people goes a lot smoother if you can get them alone, because if anyone sees you stun them and put the collar on, everybody turns hostile, and unfortunately Susan is rarely alone because of her profession. Close the door, gotta do this quick.
Why is everything all blurry? Whoa. Is it me? Or is the world spinning?
That wasn't easy, but here, put this collar on.
Okay, hey, this thing feels weird. Can I take it off now?
You're a slave now. Nothing personal. Get to Paradise Falls if you want to live.
Nothing personal? But I'm a person. I'm going. Don't hurt me.
Susan thought she could just up and leave, huh? We showed her different, didn't we? She'll think twice about slitting one of our throats now that she's collared. We'll need to come up with something extra special for her.
250 caps, remember that? Anyway, I have to go now.
Sure thing.
Now, that might seem a little harsh, but it's certainly better than being murdered by Roy Phillips and his gang. Well, probably. Or maybe not, but she was a slaver herself before she moved to Tenpenny Tower, so at the very least, it's poetic justice. And just to be completely sure I have the moral high ground, I'm going to make a quick stop at Rivet City. I'd like to make a donation to the church.
You would? I mean, certainly. We humbly accept whatever you can spare. However, St. Monica looks most favorably on donations of 100 caps or more.
Then you're in luck, because I need to donate 250. Start with 100.
A most generous offer. God bless you.
The last 50.
A kind offering. God bless you.
Absolved. I need to go, Father Clifford.
Saint Monica bless you.
Now, if you're still not sure we did the right thing with Susan, let's go ahead and read this love letter on her desk. My dearest Susan, I can't believe I'm writing this, but I can't help it. I can't hold it in any longer. I can't stop thinking about you. Even when I'm with Millicent, all I see is your face. I can't wait to see you, but I don't want it to be like before. It's different now because I finally told you I love you. This is real. This is so real. I can't take it anymore. I need you right now. Yours truly and forever, E.W. Yeah, she doesn't just sleep with all the single guys in the building. She's also a home wrecker. Speaking of which, I think I hear Loverboy himself arguing with his wife.
Whatever it is ladies like to do together.
Don't be silly. I know enough about them to make being friendly awkward at best. Besides, I much prefer spending all my time with you. Edgar, dear?
How would you feel about having a few ghoul neighbors?
You're joking, right? You serious? Of course not. Ghouls can't live here. They're dirty, loathsome creatures.
Sometimes I get the feeling you're off in your own little world.
Sorry, dear. Must have dozed off there for a moment.
I swear, Edgar, it's in one ear and out the other with you. Ugh! I don't suppose there is someone else for you to talk to?
Oh, Millie, it's bad enough you're married to a racist who never pays attention to you, but now this. I found a love letter. I think you'll want to see it.
Oh my God. This can't be real, but it's in his handwriting. Oh my God. He's dead. I'll kill him. And her. They're both dead.
And despite this place having more security guards than a security guard convention, they'll just let her walk away. I guess the guards know what she's been through, and justice is harsh in the wasteland. Well, that looks like a nice place. Enjoy. Now, saving the next person I care about might get me in trouble with the guards, so we'll need to wait until the middle of the night and be very sneaky. Unlike some of the characters in Fallout New Vegas who are canonically gay, Anthony Ling's sexuality is implied, but still left ambiguous by the game designers, and he does come across as a bit prejudiced, but personally, I think he's just projecting the oppression he feels as a closeted gay man onto Roy Phillips and his group, so he gets to live. That does mean we're going to have to ruin his livelihood, but at least he'll have the opportunity to reconsider his outlook on ghouls. My lockpick skill is no match for his safe, but his terminal is no match for my science skill. And I leveled up from that. Nice. Disengage the lock on his safe, and excuse me a minute while I level up. Of course, we take the Educated perk as soon as it's available, at level 4. Now, where I was going before I was interrupted, just steal all the caps from his safe, and then we'll need to talk to him tomorrow. He opens at 8 or 9, so I have plenty of time tonight to go back to Rivet City and donate the caps I just stole to the church. Yep, he's open.
Good to see you. Ah, that's it. Tenpenny promised me safety and security, and that damn useless Gustavo lets thieves run amok. This is the last straw. I'm leaving.
And that's everybody I really care about saving. I could use the same trick on Lydia Montenegro that I used on him, but meh. So, let's head down to the generator room. It's around back here, and I already got the key from Dashwood, so we're ready to let Roy commence his dirty work. There's another door inside that leads to the same location, but that's not the one you want. If you go down there, there's a sealed utility door between Roy's tunnel and Tenpenny's basement, but there's a wall between that and the generator, so it can only be unsealed from this side. And you can see the ferals are ready to go. And that's the utility door I was talking about. But before I unseal it, I'm going to drop a save for reasons you'll see shortly. Open containment door, and you get evil karma. So, talk to Roy.
Great job, kid. Meet me around front. I have something for you to keep the ferals from gnawing on your ass.
By the way, if your science skill isn't high enough to hack that terminal, you can still open the gate for Roy by shooting these generators here in the corner. Now, evil karma might seem fair for aiding and abetting the slaughter of an apartment full of civilians, but I already saved most of the people who could have been convinced to coexist with the ghouls. Other than Dashwood, who's left that I should care about? Tenpenny himself, a rich sociopath? Mr. Burke, who will pay you to commit genocide by blowing up Megaton? And a bunch of unrepentant racists and hired thugs. But the evil karma isn't the biggest problem with the quest.
Great job, kid. Here, take this mask. It'll keep you safe from the ferals. Just don't get too close to them, or they'll sniff you out. Don't forget to put it on.
And that completes the quest. But the thing I find unforgivably offensive is, after you refuse to help Gustavo commit a sickening hate crime, this is the reward you get from Roy for doing things his way, the ghoul mask, which makes all ferals friendly when you wear it. I apologize in advance for even putting it on, but I need you to see what I'm talking about here. There. The idea that the reward for helping an oppressed group overcome discrimination would be this kind of cultural appropriation is a staggering level of hypocrisy. But all is not lost. I've made a handful of mods for personal use that do things like add fast travel markers to out-of-the-way locations, so I think I can make a mod to fix this. So I installed my mod and loaded the save game. Let's see what happens when we open the gates and empower Roy and his followers to throw off their shackles. First off, we get good karma instead of evil karma.
Great job, kid. Meet me around front. I have something for you to keep the ferals from gnawing on your ass.
But the biggest change is when we talk to Roy at the front door.
Don't forget to put it on.
Now he gives you the woke disguise instead of the ghoul mask. And that completes the quest. And there it is. Zoom in a little bit. Yeah, dude. Nobody's gonna think I'm judging them with this on. I look like one enlightened SOB. So let's go inside and watch some bigots face retribution.
It's been too long since I've been in a good fight.
Where?
Die, bitch.
They're everywhere! Let's get out of here.
Yeah, that's it. Stick it to the man.
You got to shoot them in the head.
Hey.
Call yourself a
Hey.
man?
Oh. What's the deal, bruh? I'm on your side. Well, that didn't work exactly like I wanted it to, but the Tenpenny Tower quest was technically completed as soon as we talked to Roy outside. And I did it with a completely clean conscience. Guess I need to work on the mod a little more, but I should have all the kinks worked out by next April Fool's Day. I'll see you soon.